continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neal as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord, Elizabeth Walker as Carolyn Russell, and also starring Barbara Rush as Marcia Russell.
The first snow of the season is early, and the Peyton Place wharf suddenly becomes a familiar New England portrait. Betty Harrington barely notices it. A few minutes ago, she was turned away from Doctor's Hospital on orders from her husband, Rodney, who refused to see her, telling the night nurse he was exhausted from hours of therapy. But Betty knew she was turned away because of Rodney's growing doubts about her loyalty to him. Now she's determined to find the one person who might be able to break through Rodney's suspicions. That person is a fisherman named Tom Winter, who used to be the Reverend Tom Winter.
Request permission to come aboard, sir.
Permission denied.
You know, it's too bad a woman can't get a job like this. I'd love to lose myself in 10 hours of hard work and then crawl exhausted into bed.
Hiring hall opens at 6.
I need more help than that.
I hope you find your help.
I hope you can give it.
I'm afraid you're behind the times, Betty. That's not my bag anymore. You familiar with that expression?
Mr. Winter, I need your help.
The kids use it.
I don't like being here any more than you like having me here.
Then do something about it.
If I had a choice, I would.
Betty, everyone has a choice. The tough part isn't making it.
Well, I have the life I want. But it's lying in a hospital room, slipping away from me, and I don't know how to get it back. You see, Rod thinks I still have feeling for Stephen. And now that he's confined to that wheelchair, he doesn't know how to fight it. So he's given up. I've done everything I can to convince him that it's not true. I'm batting 1,000, but I failed all the way down the line. But then I'm in good company. So was Dr. Rossi, Dr. Miles, Norman, and Rita. That leaves you, Mr. Winter.
Now, shall I make him walk so he can go out and beat Stephen Cord to a pulp? Or should I just give him amnesia so he doesn't remember why he's so depressed?
I knew it was a long shot when I came in here.
But like all God-fearing horse players, you expected a miracle, huh?
Just a little help.
Betty, I saw Rod in the hospital.
You didn't tell me.
He didn't see me, I saw him.
But I don't understand.
As long as I stay numb, stay inside myself, I'm safe.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Betty, I can't help Rod. I can't help myself.
Please.
Is that you, Lou? Oh, Lou.
Hey, Ma.
Lou.
Look, I gotta get to work. I'll see you tonight, hmm?
Oh, just a second. I wanted to hear about more, you know, about...
About what?
Well, we were interrupted.
Oh, you mean Charlie in the cider barrel?
Yeah.
Hey, look, Mom, I really wanted to continue that conversation, but I couldn't. You know, when the man who pays you says jump, you have to jump.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, well, nobody's going to interrupt us here.
Hey, now, ain't you the one who's always telling me about how important it is to be on time?
Yeah.
Besides, Charlie can get a dozen men to replace me, hmm?
Yeah, one of the smarts. I don't think I got a clever one. Okay, see you at dinner then, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Mama. Come on, trust me, huh? Look, I know I haven't given you many details, but I'm not a little boy anymore.
How's that being fair?
Mom, I want to tell you everything. I always have, haven't I? But I just need a little time to figure this one out for myself. Come on. Hey, don't be suspicious of me. All I did in New York was live my life.
Oh, all right. Well, go on, get to work.
Your secretary said she expected you in shortly. At 11:50, she said you hadn't come in yet, but she definitely expected you right after lunch. Then at 2:50, she said something terribly important had come up and that probably you wouldn't be in until tomorrow morning.
Goodbye, Susan.
Cheers. Come on, what's the matter with you? This isn't like you at all. You're the type who usually burns the midnight oil because you have no home. Which reminds me, I've been meaning to ask you. Who are you dating these days?
Get lost, will you?
Oh, Stephen, I'm serious. Please. I never see you come into the club or the inn with a young lady. Or an old lady, for that matter. For whom are you saving yourself? I mean, I get the message, but does Betty? Does she care?
You were leaving, you know.
Aren't we in a nasty mood?
How perceptive.
Well, he admits it. That's very unusual for Mr. Stephen Court. Let's see. What can it possibly be that has put you in such a foul, foul mood? Hey, I've got it. By George, I've got it. It's our handsome Rod's complete and total recovery. That's what's depressing you.
Are you going to get out of here?
I hit a nerve, didn't I?
Susan?
Stephen, I'm not saying you wish him dead or crippled. I'm just saying I don't think you want to see him back on his feet.
Look, leave me alone, will you?
But, Stephen, I understand you. We're very much alike. You still love Betty, and I still love Tom. But there's nothing we can do about it. It hurts, but that's the way it is.
Is that why you destroyed Tom's career? Because you loved him? And because I loved Betty, I almost killed her husband.
Well, that's the way we are. I don't think we can help ourselves. I still love Tom, and if he'd have me back, I'd be back in a minute.
What kind of a creature are you? You wreck a man's life and you talk about loving him all in the same breath. No, I still love Betty, but it's tearing me apart because of what my love is doing to her life and mine. I still love her, and I can't get away from it. Can't get past it.
You have to make peace with it, with what you are.
I can't.
I mean, you must in order to survive. Oh, I admit sometimes in that hotel room I feel as though the walls are crushing in on me. But for the most part, I've made peace with myself. I've come to live with myself.
So you say.
Stephen, you've got to. to like yourself in order to live with yourself.
Really? That way you can get nice things. Good things.
Excuse me, Mr. Cord, but there's an urgent phone call for you. It's Mrs. Cord. Mrs. Hannah Cord.
Stay here. Hello?
Oh, Stephen,
What is it? What happened?
he's dead. Martin Peyton is dead.
When did it happen?
I wanted you to know immediately.
When did it happen?
Oh, just a few minutes ago. Stephen, I know you'll find the way to use this.
Use what? What are you talking about?
I wanted you to be the first to know. Because maybe in some way you could... Well, in your way, with Betty or Rodney. Oh, I don't know, Stephen. It's just an instinct. I'm sure that you'll make good use of this information.
Where are you? The clinic? Hannah? Hannah? Mother?
Stephen? Was it bad news?
Well, it all depends on how you look at it.
Do you want me to go?
Who would I drink a toast with?
You sure everything's all right?
Martin Peyton is dead. Long live the Queen.
I'm sorry.
About what?
He was your grandfather.
My illegitimate grandfather. Oh, no, that doesn't sound right. I was his illegitimate grandson. Does that make him my illegitimate grandfather? Well, I'll get a ruling on that. This is his... This was grandfather's favorite brandy. Take me a while to get used to the fact that he's gone.
It always takes a while to adjust.
Spoken like a true ex-minister's ex-wife.
Is there anything I can do?
Drink up. You know, I wonder if he was as meticulous in death as he was in life. I wonder if he picked his time, chose this moment. And if so, why? What special significance could it have?
Well, I doubt if even Mr. Peyton could have called those shots.
You didn't know him. He called all the shots. I think a long time ago he must have lent God some money. Or maybe leased him the world. Anyway, after that he was forever threatening to foreclose on God if he didn't do as he was told.